Darkness, my old friend, I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence.
Our mental health is our psychological, emotional, and social well-being that impacts every area of our life. Having positive mental health allows us to effectively deal with the daily stresses of life, communicate well with others, make healthy decisions, and live life to its fullest. But sometimes it becomes challenging and impossible to achieve this healthy mental state. Most of the information and experience about mental illness comes from social media, movies, and news. The facts and figures shown here are not always true. Moreover, one experiences an intellectual experience of the same. Patients undergoing issues of mental health is usually termed mad and often ousted from society.
Whenever I come across the destitute women with severe mental illness, abandoned by their families, as a woman and being a part of this society, by seeing their gloomy face and pathetic condition, I feel very sad and heartbreak.
Behind the faces of these destitute women lies many a heart-rending tale of human despair and atrocity. These women, ostracized, abandoned, unwanted, have been a section of society which has remained in total neglect for so many decades.
In our society, mental illness is still a stigma and it is still treated as a taboo. So anyone afflicted with mental illness, no one wants to associate with them.
World statistics, what is we are consuming every day, it is not only our physical health, the most importantly, our mental health, which really has impacted drastically.
Lack of awareness on mental health has made this subject a taboo in society. People hesitate to ask for help and also hesitate to seek help for their loved ones. Wise friends and family in close quarters, with no clinical experience, often comes as help, which makes the case more difficult.
Mental illness is a disease, much like physical illness. Just like you would treat hypertension or diabetes, you'd go to a doctor. Similarly, mental illness you can be treated by going to a psychiatrist. It is with medication, people can lead a normal life with their day-to-day activities. It is not a stigma, it is not a taboo, it is a disease like anything else.
The most common mental health issues in our country are recurrent depressive disorder, phobic anxiety disorder, intellectual disability, mood disorder, agoraphobia, autism spectrum disorder, psychotic disorder, neurotic and stress-related disorder, obsessive-compulsive disorder. In the homeless population, The most common diagnoses are schizophrenia and severe bipolar disorder with psychotic symptoms.
During the last 20 years, mental illness awareness has improved, but I think we have a long way to go. I have seen people who wouldn't hesitate to shout from one end of the room to the other end in a crowded room, saying that I'm suffering from loose motion or having dysentery. But that same person, if he was about to talk about mental illness, would whisper into someone else.
A village for independent and enterprising women, also known as AVIEW, was conceived in 2010 amidst the lush greens of Bengal. AVIEW was conceived as not only an NGO, rather a crusade to provide ease and quality life to mentally challenged women of Bengal and beyond.
In India, we really don't take care of the mentally ill, and they are left to languish in psychiatric wards and psychiatric hospitals, and there are no takers for them, and they are always within a closed, confined, and not being able to sort of move out. We should give them an opportunity to live in an unlocked environment, and that's how this unlocked environment system really happened. And it has been really successful over the period of time.
It proposes that an unlocked setting for treatment and rehabilitation is a model that works better than the locked hospital setting.
My perception is that they have already an inbuilt idea that for whatever reason they are not going to be accepted back. They can accept that this or something after this can be where they can stay, they can live, they can earn, they have what I like is an alternative family style. If they can accept that, then they're happier.
Here at AVIEW, we have imbibed our sacrosanct mission to rehabilitate mentally ill women locked in psychiatric wards in hospitals or unattended or discarded by their families out into the open community.
This particular project was an extremely pioneering effort from the concerned Rotary clubs and took up an absolutely immense challenge to address a section of society which perhaps had not been catered to before.
So mental well-being is an area in which Rotary is starting to work. Rotary is renowned for all its health projects, especially its polio projects, which is of global renown, and even the United Nations have acclaimed it.
By God's grace, I got a chance to associate with this work, and I am very much thankful to our partner club Del Mar Solana Beach and AVIEW, who are already involved in such humanitarian job to give them shelter and provide them treatment.
The uniqueness of this project being that they have been kept in that rural habitat, and they have been treated with all the therapeutic assistance required, and after that there also been provided required amount of skill for earn their livelihood. It is an end-to-end solution, and that is the uniqueness of this project.
AVIEW, in partnership with Rotary, for the last 1.5 years, has regularly provided quality medical support for symptom-free living and envisages providing a safe environment for the patients to re-establish their self-worth. One of our main focuses is to teach the patients vocational and skill training, thereby letting them have tools to become enterprising and independent. We support and empower them with skills to independently earn a living and livelihood. One of the missions of AVIEW is to build an environment-friendly, self-sustaining small community in a rural setting.
Let us join hands, friends, and provide succor to society in a segment which stands in dire need. My congratulations to the entire team which has put together this project, and more strength to their efforts in the future.
This mental illness, it is curable, and we can provide them any facilities, any treatment, any shelter, they will recover their illness.
This organization AVIEW, who has been caring and curing people with afflicted by mental diseases who had no one to care for them. They have taken them 50 women from the streets who were mentally disadvantaged and taken them under their wings.
I invite more clubs to join this kind of project, and of course Rotary Foundation is always be by your side if you try to help those unfortunate women who are under distress situation today.
Friends, together we must pay our gratitude to the Rotary Foundation for having enabled us to carry out projects of such magnitude.
Where were you when I was burnt and broken? While the days slipped by from my window watching. And where were you when I was hurt and I was helpless? Because the things you said and the things you do surround me. While you were hanging yourself on someone else's burn, dying to believe in what you heard, I was staring straight into the shine.